Do you want to have authority and respect at work? This video will help you get it. We'll dive into what power dynamics is, the 2 types of power, and 3 ways to use power dynamics to your advantage. Stick around to the end to find out the 3 most common mistakes leaders make with power and how to fix it. I want you to imagine that you're playing a game. Some players have been playing longer and have more XP than other players. That's power dynamics in a nutshell. It's all about how power and control are shared at work. Now, let's compare power with influence. Influence is more about gently guiding someone to play a certain way, while power is telling someone to play it your way. There are 2 types of power. The first is bestowed power. The more XP you have within the game, the more power that you get. Now, the second is called earned power, and this is power that is just given to you, maybe because you have certain knowledge that's hard to come by. People actually want to follow you. Now that we know what power dynamics are, here are 3 ways to use them to your advantage. Build relationships across the business. People work better when they feel understood and appreciated, so that's why it's important to know everyone that you work with. When they feel seen and heard, they are more likely to support and advocate for you. Here are some ways to do that. Like I always say, show interest in other people. Whether you're asking about their families or hobbies, these questions make people feel like you care about them beyond work. So showing interest and being approachable, make it easy for other people to come and talk to you. Don't be sitting there with just an RBF and make it to where people are just anxious to be around you. Smile, ask a lot of questions. Number 2, make sure that you're sharing power with your team. When people feel empowered to do their job, they're way more creative and are willing to do more for you. That's why it's important that you should let your team make decisions and take charge. This will help them feel like they're part of the conversation and they're responsible for certain outcomes. Make sure to delegate. I know that's going to be hard at first, but giving them jobs that suit their specific strengths and providing the tools that they need to do the job well will make you and them feel more empowered. Make sure that you're always asking for their input. Get them involved in the decision making, ask them questions, get their view. That's going to help them feel like this person truly values what I have to say. And number 3, lead by example. This is probably the most important thing to do because no one will ever listen to you if you're not doing the thing you're telling others to do. It's really important to have consistency between your words and your actions. If there is that consistency, people will respect you and trust you. Model the actions that you expect from others. That involves acting with honesty, making things super clear, and setting a very strong standard will help you influence people. Make sure to always be honest. Create your values and stick to them. And also be extremely clear about everything that you do. Make sure to explain why you're doing it. Building relationships, sharing power, and leading by example will help you build alliances and distribute that power evenly. That will earn you respect, authority, and trust. So here are the 3 common mistakes leaders make with power and how to fix it. Number 1, do not be a micromanager. No one likes micromanagers. You're basically communicating to people that you don't trust them or believe that they're capable of doing anything. Make sure that you're delegating and also communicate that you trust people and you're giving them the freedom to make choices how they want. Number 2, playing favorites does not work well for anyone. So make sure that you're recognizing everyone, no matter how small. Number 3, avoiding hard conversations. This leads to unresolved problems, which will definitely explode later on. So make sure that you're being proactive and you're addressing issues early on rather than letting them fester. And just be direct but respectful. Call it out like you see it and just make sure that you're getting it out in the open so that way people can talk about it and it can eventually resolve itself. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more leadership tips.